Did you do the panel yet, or you're going there after?
We did.
We had a panel, at the Hammerstein.
How'd it go?
It was great.
Was it awesome?
Yeah.
Packed
It was
house.
loud
bring
and fun. Some clips from 3 different episodes of the new season. They ate it up as much as they could stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Aaron's great voice. He's got a lot of fans. So this is
really fun.
This is getting to be de rigueur for him.
Going into season 2, did you rethink your approach to the show at all? It looks like from the trailer it's doubling down even more on kind of the horror aspect. But were there any more big idea changes that you thought about bringing to the show?
Yeah, I think we realized early on that while it's noble to want to take a successful podcast and just how can we do exactly what it's doing in the video format, that some changes need to be made. To connect better with the viewers, some changes need to be made. I realized this just a couple months ago. I never told you this. I realized that I should have realized this before we filmed season 1, but the main character of the podcast is me. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way,
Yeah.
but I'm the voice you hear in every episode, right? So everything else that you're learning is like secondary contextual stuff. My voice is the main character. But in the TV show, when you throw on Burke and Hare, they're the main characters of the episode. And so when you throw me in the mix, or you throw in a 2-minute animation sequence, or we come out of this and show you footage from another island with dolls on it, like those things pull you out of the moment of connecting with the character. And so we want to keep that consistent from podcast to TV. You're connected with the character in the podcast because I'm there. You're connected with the characters in the TV show because it's more character focused and letting those scenes play out.
And due to the nature of media, podcast, it's more intimate. You can go deeper. You can take people on a ride that otherwise in TV would be convoluted. In podcast, the way he tells it, it makes perfect sense. So in season 2, we've simplified the stories. We've taken the best story, the best characters from Aaron's podcast from each episode, and we've kind of condensed those stories, not making it's still excellent and rich, but we have a great beginning, middle, and end, and we also have this great consistency of tone, where we don't have a bunch of different animation in different episodes, or different, the way we've treated archival is the same, but it definitely feels more, and it's totally different. I think the strength of this, there's no other show like it on TV. But tonally, it's got a Black Mirror. It's got our own kind of. You're watching the episode. You're watching the show, no matter what episode you're watching.
Yeah. Yeah. So So season 2, we've got 6 stories. 4 of them are from the podcast. 2 of them are brand new for the TV show. One of them, as he mentioned, is Hinterkaifeck, which is the On the Farm was the podcast episode title. Family in Germany in the woods in a
famous story, famous case.
It's a murder mystery that's never been solved. Although if you talk to Sean Crouch, our showrunner, he'll tell you that he thinks we solved it on the TV show. Once you play it out, like on a set, it becomes a lot more obvious. But we've got the story of Mary Webster, the witch in Massachusetts in the 1670s. Burke and Hare in Edinburgh, Scotland. They were the resurrection. Well, they weren't resurrectionists. They were killing people. They were serial killers. Let's not be coy.
We've got Countess Bath.
Yeah, Countess Elizabeth Bowtry, the Bloody Countess, right? Jack Parsons, who is
Countess Bath. She bathes in blood in order to stay young and maintain the fountain of youth. And
it's a brutal episode.
Dark
It's
energy.
a brutal episode, yeah.
Oh, what she did to these young women is terrifying.
Yeah. It's a good lineup. It is.
It's a really good lineup.
Did you have the season planned, like when you were doing the first season, where you're like, okay, we've got the first 6, and now we know where we're going in season 2?
Well, the thing with an anthology series is it takes so much concentration because you're dealing with 6 sets of cast, 6 settings, 6 stories. We really didn't start thinking season 2 stories until we got done with season 1. But we were at it early, like early this year. We were in writer's room
right after we broke, around this time last year.
Yeah,
we were into it. But one of the things is it's changed a lot since then, because seeing the response, watching them on TV, on Amazon, and then having a little time to think. And we have a new showrunner, Sean Crouch, who's a superstar, and he brought a lot of he was a huge. Well, the funny thing is, he was a huge fan of season 1, and he's like, I got this. I know what to do. And you could tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
biggest challenge of bringing the show to life from the podcast? Is it selecting the stories? Is it actually the production of it? Is the multimedia format of the show? What's the part that really you guys go, we got to figure this out?
I mean, the biggest part has always been, I think the biggest challenge is to take one of the most successful podcasts in history, that is the podcast in the horror genre, and to maintain, an allegiance and a credibility to that without being so handcuffed at that you're not making something unique in itself, right? We want the TV show to be a unique organism that people love. We love that fans from the podcast will watch the TV show and the TV show watch the podcast, and yes, we want that. But the biggest challenge is not to be handcuffed by the success of what he's created.
Absolutely, yeah. And different mediums require different storytelling technique. So that's the fun challenge in all this too, is that
yes,
I've told them once, but even telling stories that are on the podcast in the visual format, it's like starting over and saying, all right, let's do it again, but wow, look at the tools we have available. Look at the ways we can approach these characters. It's been really fun.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck on the season.
Enjoy this.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You too.
Well, yeah.